Hey, don't forget to start the audio.
You there, Adam?
That's more better.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We've been talking about you behind your back.
I hope so.
Let's see. Is he on Zoom?
Adam's up there. Oh, Craig's never on time anyways.
Well, if he's in the building, I don't know. I hate that when you can't tell who's up there. Huh?
Well, Mary, I'm not sure who the other guy was that was up there. Adam, we don't see him at all. He should have.
We have let's see, Joe Maher, Terry Small, Mary Weber, Melissa Cordis, Scott Rice, Tony Rose, I'm assuming, and A.O. Tremba.
Yeah, I hear her. He's down the hall.
Oh, Craig is? Okay. These Zoom meetings are terrible.
I'm glad I don't have to do any more. Monday night was fun. I got to sit in my bathrobe and call into the township because I was going to go there originally. And I found out, oh, they're not meeting. So it was a phone in.
Why does the trail work? They're all slammed together. It doesn't show revenue and expenditure.
I have all the revenues. Looks like only expenditures. I'm not seeing revenues for her.
Can you rerun the report for me? I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. All right. I'll be right back.
Dan, Trina's rerunning this budget report.
Okay.
We looked at it yesterday and I thought it was a right one, but it's showing just the appropriations. I did revenues and expenditures and it's not.
No. All right.
Plenty of stuff that you gotta have it. If we're gonna
I would agree.
if we're
I
going
would
to
agree.
Now Sharon Sheffer, we've been banging away at. Have you heard from her?
I have.
She made a meet out in the parking lot.
Carolyn,
Because MTA is telling
Carolyn.
everybody there is no.
Good morning, Commissioner's Office. I have no. Craig, would you raise your hand if you can hear me? Thank you. I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Muted. We haven't started
Oh.
yet.
Okay. Just wanted to be sure I was going to be on, thank you. Trina's rerunning that budget. The general fund, it's not showing the revenue and expenditures.
Am on.
Mute your computer.
Yours.
We'll call the meeting to order. You mute me, John. How come I'm still?
Don't you have a speaker?
Okay, I'm good.
Wait, we got girls down here.
Yep. So thanks for everybody patience here. We got people coming in still.
She said these are good.
Oh.
See my background? That
She
nice.
usually runs these reports.
Oh, your background. Who did that, John?
No, that's mine. You
Oh,
can do whatever you want.
oh,
Pretty cool.
I do Zoom meetings in my house, and I got big moose right behind me. Everybody laughs.
That's good too. All right, Trina is coming. You said?
Yes.
What, can we get started without her? We can get going, or you
Yeah.
want to wait? Okay.
We can start.
All right. So, Gary, you want to open with a word of prayer, and we'll get started.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this morning and the opportunity and privilege to gather together. Help us to consider your word as we make decisions for this county, that we would do things that would be pleasing in your sight, that we would prosper and not be cursed by you. We pray that you would give us the strength and guidance to do the right thing. We just ask this in Christ Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, roll call, please.
Goff here.
Here.
Drummond.
Brumman.
Brady.
Okay, are they on? I can't tell.
I'll come back.
Adam was there.
I think John is undoing them. Or
Okay, Bannock,
Here.
Johnston,
here.
Brady.
Adam.
I don't see him on here right now.
I just talked to him a few minutes ago.
Yep. Oh yeah, there he is. You got him, John? Are you going to unmute all the board members? Okay. You there, Adam?
Want to call him on the phone?
Well, I mean, we'll go through this just for a little bit, and then we're gonna.
Yeah.
move on.
He was here. I mean,
Yeah.
That was just, well, you said you see him on there, don't you?
Yeah, his name's on here.
Here.
Hey,
hey,
All right, we got you now. So, did we have everybody?
yes,
Oh,
Yeah.
everybody's here.
okay. All right, approved minutes from December 2nd, 2020 regular meeting.
I'll make the motion to approve the minute.
Moved by Gary,
I'll second.
seconded by Dan. Any discussion from board members? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Brady,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Benoit,
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes. All right, I guess at this time we'll do our public 2021 fiscal year general, non-general fund budget hearing. I'll move to open that, Dan. Do we have to have a motion to open that stuff?
Yes, to move
Yeah,
into
okay.
it, and then
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
Dan
Open
moves
it.
to move into public hearing. Gary seconds it. Any discussion? All those in favor, say
Roll
aye. Roll
Roll
call.
call.
Yep.
Brumman,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Benoit,
Yes.
Brady.
Yes.
Motion carries. We're now in the public hearing for our general fund and non-general fund budgets. These have been properly advertised and made available to the public. Any comments? John, Carrie Mullins is raising her hand.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Carrie Mullins, Chair for the Oconee County Republicans from Mankato. I just have a little bit of an update as to we're in hiatus right now, but
Hey, Carrie, hold it, Carrie.
Right.
So we're in a public hearing for our budget. This isn't regular public comment.
this isn't
No, this is for the budget.
okay.
Yep. Hold off on that.
Okay.
We'll do public comment.
Sorry.
Sorry. Okay, any other public comment or any other questions from anyone?
I do have questions. This is Cheryl Frank, the treasurer.
Yep.
Can
Got
you hear
it. Go ahead, Cheryl.
I know we're looking at having a finance meeting because what was submitted, there were some unbalanced budgets. Is that going to be addressed in January, or how's that going to be handled?
Adam, you want to answer that?
Yep. Okay. So, yep, there was 3 that were missed and were out of balance. But I think we'd have to have a whole nother special public meeting. I think we can go ahead and my opinion is go ahead and handle it in January. Whatever the board thinks is necessary. You guys can weigh in on it too.
Dan, are you in good with that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we still need to have Adam a finance meeting if at all possible next week. I know you're not available till after 3 in the afternoon, but I mean, we still need to have a finance meet. We've got to have at least 1 more or 2 more yet this year.
I agree with that, but I'm saying we can't do anything about this right now. I mean,
So we have two
we'd
court
have to have
budgets. I think
convene
that
the whole
we're-
board to vote again and advertise
Right.
for 2 more weeks.
Right,
So you have 2 court budgets. I think that we're out of whack.
right.
So we're gonna. It was already. It's been advertised.
It's already been advertised, right?
All right, so I think, Cheryl, the answer to your question is that there's a concurrence that we'll wait until January and take care of it from what finance says.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? All right, hearing none. Make a motion to close the public hearing.
Make a motion
So
to close.
moved.
I'll second.
Been moved and supported. Any discussion? Not? Roll call, please.
Gothier,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Benoit.
Yes. Hey, Craig,
Motion passes.
can I close that door a little bit to
Yeah, I know, to keep the echo. Maybe have Carolyn shut her door. Yeah. I mean, we're still technically a public.
A very foreign concept for me, but I will.
That's providing we're not bouncing off of John's.
Now, we have it in the past.
Okay.
All right, thank you. That should clear up some of the echo we're getting here. Next item, public comment. Carrie, this is where if you'd like to make a public comment, you may.
Okay, so the little puppy's probably going to bark in the background as soon as I get into this. So we're having the Alcona County Convention on January 21st, 7 p.m. at the Chosen Ranch Community Center. And this is to select delegates to go to the First District Caucus, as well as the Michigan Republican State Convention. More than likely, these will be held virtually. We are basically picking leadership. I did get reelected at the last convention as chair again for the next 2 years. Oscar. So basically, you know, everybody's going to be invited to the all of the Republican members here are technically ex officio members of the party. So you guys are going to be, and I'll send that to Stephanie Eller, an invite to the county convention. Okay, that's it in a nutshell. That's all we're doing.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other public comment?
Yes,
Jennifer, is it Lueck? Lueck. Go ahead.
Just a couple things, well, just one thing really, I apologize that I didn't get on the agenda this morning, but the court-appointed attorney contract for family court expires at the end of the year. We're not making any changes to the contract, although judge has asked, and we really expect a lot from these attorneys. We're currently paying them there's three of them. We're paying them $357 a month, which we like to bump that to $400. It's still within the parameters of the line item, comfortably within the parameters, and just asking for the board to pass that.
Okay, do you have a proposal, a motion, something there to show us?
I have 3 contracts for each of the attorneys.
Okay. All right.
And what I'm asking for is that the board pass or approve of the contract so that we can go ahead and move forward.
It's not gonna change the budget for
It will
2021.
not change the budget at all.
Okay, we'll put in a new business. You'd be available to chat with if we have anything?
Yes, I'm gonna be at my desk. I just want to
Okay.
pop in.
You wanna leave them here?
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
And I'll be available by then.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Thanks.
All right, any other public comment?
I do have one. I'm waiting for Dave Hanson. If we could interrupt the meeting when we do find him and he's able to come, I would appreciate that.
All right. So hearing no other public comment, we'll move into presentations. Melissa, are you there? Oh, there she is.
I am here. Good
All right,
morning.
you're clear. Good morning.
Okay, I just have a very brief update regarding the registrar's office. And despite everything that's gone on through the year 2020, the Register of Deeds office actually is ending the year on a very positive note. Our e-recordings have skyrocketed since we began doing that about a year ago. Pretty much from the time this all started, what I would say April or May, I mean, we're recording 80 to 90 e-recorded documents per month. So that is up drastically from what it was the beginning of the year. We're probably not going to record quite that many this month for December, but it will be close. So the reports that I had attached,
just kind of give you an overview, these reports are effective through end of business day on December 14th. So our grand total of revenue for the fourth quarter is $239,000 that was brought in by the Register of Deeds office. So, and then overall, pretty much through the end of the year, again, this will just be through December 14th, total revenues at $825,000. So just kind of gave you those reports so you could review those. If you have questions, please let me know. Our number of documents, actually, we're ahead of the number of documents recorded this year by approximately 50 documents from where we were last year. So we're going to come in right about the same amount of documents recorded, maybe slightly higher. And it has been a very busy year here. Since the month of July, we've recorded over 400 documents each month. That is probably going to decrease this month. I'm estimating probably between 325 to 350 documents for the month of December. And that would be more along our average amount of documents. Properties are continuing to move sales-wise. So for the month of October and November of this year, our property sales totals that came through the office were at $9 million. October of 2019, we saw about $6 million in property sales. And in November of 2019, we saw approximately $4 million in property sales. So that amount still is up dramatically, which is a good thing to see for the county. The only other thing I wanted to touch on is on the yearly report, the county transfer tax, because of all those property sales and the fact that we're seeing the property sale amounts actually on an increase from what they were, we've gained approximately $20,000 more in revenue since the year 2019 compared to last year. I'm sorry, compared to 2019 last year. So that revenue from the county transfer tax is up significantly. That's pretty much all I have. If you have any questions, please let me know, or if there's anything right now that you have a question about, I'd be happy to answer.
Any questions from the board? Anybody? No. All good. All right. Thanks.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. At this time, I want to take a few minutes to recognize one of our employees. He's hit an anniversary date, and so we're going to cover him with shaving cream and make him dance or something. So
this feels like a setup. I'm on the phone and my phone's ringing. The text is going off. I'm going, I'm on the phone.
So David, I give you that. It's a handwritten note from everybody in the building, and on behalf of the board and of the people in the building, we appreciate your time, your effort. We know it's been tough for the past 8 months, especially with the corona, but even before that, you went above and beyond on many occasions, and it doesn't go unappreciated, doesn't go unnoticed. We appreciate your time, your effort. It's been 5 years yesterday, right?
Yeah. We got a lot accomplished, and couldn't do it without John's help from the IT department, Mike, my assistant. You know, it's not just a one-man show. So you guys on the board have been really helpful getting these big projects done. We got a couple big things scheduled for next year, but just got to keep rolling.
Yeah, and if I can take a moment, I mean, that's working with Dave and John. Those two guys work together. They're two employees. I mean, everybody here does a great job, but you guys, it's pretty impressive to watch an IT geek, sorry, John, and a guy who can clean drains. You guys get together and get it done. And I mean, I think we're pretty fortunate in this county. I mean, a lot of other counties don't have that kind of work together idea. So I appreciate it. I'm going to fist bump even.
All right. Thank you much.
Thanks, Dave.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, Dave.
All right.
Thank you.
Boy, these recognition things are so much less. I mean, it's great, but you know, we can't get together. I'm looking forward to the day we don't have to do this. I'm sure everybody is. So, okay. Any other public comment? Oh no, we already get public comment. Presentations. Miss the unfinished business. I have none. Before we get to that, we got a couple items to move into the agenda or to put on the agenda. So I did email everybody the the resolution that we're required to submit or to vote on and have in our possession is the opt-out for PA 152 for our healthcare plan. Steph had that and is in the process of getting it filled in. It was a PDF edit only, so that's getting done. So I'd ask that that be brought into new business. The court-appointed contract that Jennifer just brought down, we should take a look at that. Carolyn, you also had an item, I thought. You emailed me last night.
I did, everyone. Actually, I have two. One that I have discussed to some degree with Dan that would fall under finance. And the other one is under personnel. We have two things actually under personnel, work share program and department head evaluations.
Are those two separate items?
Yes, they are. Yes. Also, let's, under new business, let's make sure we put in the new attorney contracts as Jennifer has requested.
Yep, I already got that there.
We also
we also need to decide when we're going to have our first meeting in January, either the 4th or the 6th, presumably. General rule of thumb is, not rule of thumb, you really cannot transact any business until we've had our organizational meeting. So that's up to.
Okay, we'll take a look at that then.
Yeah, we need to do that. And we also have a request from NEMCOG in a letter. I gave you did you make copies of that?
I did, I included them.
I don't have it.
I don't think I do either.
Unless I turn it off afterwards.
I don't have it.
Are we good on the budget with the public, or do we got to vote to approve the budgets? Steph?
Pardon?
Do we have to vote to approve our budgets? Now the public hearing is completed?
To approve the unbalanced budget?
The general fund and the non-general funds, does this board have to vote to approve them since the public hearing is now complete, or?
If they're not correct.
Well, they're gonna, well.
They're not balanced, but that doesn't mean they're not legitimate budget. We just make the change after. Otherwise, we have to start the process over, and you have to wait 2 more weeks. It'll be at past end of the year.
Yeah, I thought that's
it's
what
a
we
matter
decided,
of.
Right?
Right, we need to approve them as
right now to be
right. So we're gonna approval of general and non-general funds.
Right.
We need to adopt the 2021 budgets.
Right. We need to adopt those.
Right. That's what I thought. All right.
Then we also
Plus, did we approve December 2nd minutes? I don't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
You voted yes.
Okay.
There's also
okay, hold on. Okay, so far I've got PA 152, court appointed contract, work share program, department evaluations, first meeting in January, NEMCOG contract, and adopting the general and non-general funds budgets.
And we also have a request from Scott Rice EMS on the $500 voucher to be paid to Emily.
Oh, yes. For first responder money, thinks it needs to be approved again. I think.
Well, I found the minutes where it has been approved, but we should put it in here.
Okay.
Talk about
EMS, first responder.
Dan?
Yeah.
Dan, this is Scott. It's actually $1,000 for each employee.
Okay, that's what she got, right?
Well, it's just for this one employee, right?
Yeah.
Correct,
Yeah.
but it's
I got left off the original list.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well,
Thank
while
you.
we're adding things, can we put in the request for Tony Rhodes for longevity pay?
Well, what's personnel?
Well, it hasn't.
I don't think it's even gone through personnel yet. Have you guys discussed it or done anything with it?
It hasn't come to finance.
I think it might be a little premature on that one.
Okay.
Okay.
There was also some discussion, some email in regards to the CRLGG funding. I got that email at 9 o'clock this morning, 9:30 from you, Craig.
Yep.
And so I sent a response, but I don't know that you guys have had time to look at it. So that you might want to include that in your.
Put that down there too. We need to talk about
All right.
it. And one other thing, is John online?
John, are you there? John?
What you talked yesterday about a phone request, new phone system request.
Well, what I'm currently looking at is two different phone systems. I'm looking at one that is hosted, and then one that is on premise. The one that is hosted, which means that all the stuff is off site, we'll have the phones here, will cost us about an extra $100 a month to do that. And no additional costs other than some training by the telephone people. The other one is a on-premise solution, and it's about, I think it was 20 grand plus about a couple $1,000 to have them come in and install and train us. The current phone system that we have is, I think it was installed in 2004, and is getting quite antiquated and is not working as well as it should.
It sucks.
So I'm getting it. You're not ready to make any kind of proposal.
I'm not yet. I'm trying to negotiate with the company that supplied us the quotes and to figure out what's the best solution for us. I also have to talk to the sheriff and the 911 director to figure out how this phone system will work for them before I can pick which one will be the best solution.
Okay, so we don't need to bring that up.
All right.
I should do it.
That's enough, right? Everybody want to do more? We just doubled our agenda here. Anything else?
Nothing better to do today, did you?
All right. Hearing no negatives, we'll assume that the budget is. We'll have a vote on this much stuff. Let's vote on this. Is there a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Your support?
I'll support it.
Any discussion? This is for the approval of the. This is for the approval of the agenda. The amended agenda. Hearing nothing else, we'll vote. Roll call, please.
Brumman,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Nut.
Yes.
All right. We'll just get started. Claims.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the pre-authorized claims and open claims presented for payment between December 2nd, 2020 and December 15th, 2020 for check numbers 142602 to 142756 and e-check numbers 1456 to 1465 for a grand total of $478,815.67.
Support. Is there support? Supported by Carolyn. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Nut.
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item, FIFSM, appointment of deputy medical examiner. Carolyn, you want to, well, we'll get a motion first. Is there a motion?
I would so move that we appoint and approve as our deputy medical director, Randy Tashjian.
Doctor.
Is there support?
I'll support.
Moved and supported. So this was a request coming from our forensic science and medicine company that we are contracted with. They would like Dr. Tashjian to be made into a deputy medical examiner. No financials for us, doesn't mean anything as far as money, just gives them the opportunity to utilize him in our county for doing things. So any questions? Anything? Oh, he has a very. Somebody look at his resume.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's got a pedigree.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff here.
Take that.
Yep. Okay. Hearing none, no other comments or questions, we'll vote. Roll call, please. Oh, Carolyn?
I would just ask that, assuming, if I may, that this carries, I would ask to assure that the chairman signs the necessary document and that it gets put into the mail or whatever method.
Who is in possession of the document? Who has it? Who has the document, Carolyn?
It's in the letter. Right?
It's attached to the letter, I believe.
I don't remember.
This is a referral, but I don't see any signing.
In a large pedigree.
Then a simple letter. A
It
simple
says
letter.
the County Board of Commissioners, look at 1A on the front page. Says,
Yeah.
Let me see what you got there.
A simple letter states back and acknowledges that on December 16th, 2020, the Oconee County Board of Commissioners did vote to have Dr. Tashian designated as our Deputy County Medical Examiner.
We have to, so there must be a form online through Laura, I would imagine. Licensing and registration or whatever that
Or you
is.
could call Michigan Institute of Forensic Science and ask them.
All right, who's gonna do that? Do we have anybody? Anyone?
I'll do it.
Anyone? All right, thank you. And if you wanna, we can get it yet today maybe, or we just write it up and
Well, we can
I'll sign it.
authorize you to sign it.
Okay.
yeah, I'll make a motion that we authorize our chairman to sign the document required to approve the deputy medical examiner.
I'll second Dan's motion.
Well, so we already have a motion.
There's already a motion.
And Dan is gonna add that to his motion,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Sorry.
And then Gary's gonna second Dan's motion that he changed around a little bit. Okay. So the motion we have is to approve the appointment of Dr. T as our deputy medical examiner and the ability for the chair to sign the contract when we get it and get it sent in. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Brady,
Yes.
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
All right, next item, building department budget amendment.
Yes, I'd like to make through the finance committee, I'd like to make a motion that we make a budget adjustment to Fund 249 in the amount of $15,000 for a new fund total of $182,976.
Is there support?
Second.
Moved and supported.
Briggy.
So what we're amending revenue and expenses, we're
moving the money from their excess revenue into the revenue line item, increasing that. Then we will move money within that fund.
Okay, so it's coming in from fund balance.
Right. No, it's coming in from their excess in revenue for the year.
Okay.
So,
All right.
yeah.
Got it.
And basically what this is all about is that there was nothing in the 2020 budget for indirect costs. So in their line item. So in order to pay the indirect cost, which is $10,614, we need to move this money in there to create
I
that.
see.
And I just noticed in our 2021 budget, we have no money in there for their indirect costs too. So we're
Okay.
gonna have to look at that. So,
Okay.
but anyway, that's what this does.
All right. Any other questions, comments? Roll call stuff?
Johnston,
Yes.
Manook,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
All right, next item. Oconee County Fair Board member appointments. We received a letter from the Fair Board. It says at their October meeting, the board voted unanimously to keep Doug Travis, Kevin Reifenbark, and Steve Fall on for another 3-year term. Jessica Kaiser was voted on to the board for a 1-year term. Copy of the minutes is attached. This letter is a request to have the Oconee County Board of Commissioners approve these appointments.
So moved.
There's support?
I'll support.
Moved by Carolyn, supported by Dan. Any discussion? Hearing none? Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm just, with all the budget stuff, I mean, me personally, I think maybe we ought to rethink about a fair board. That's my personal opinion. I'm gonna let it go with that.
Why would you have concern over the Fair Board?
It's just,
They're not making money.
were they taking money?
Well, they
No,
spend their own money.
No.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
I think we give them $2,200.
no,
Two.
no, excuse me. The Fair Board stands alone financially.
Oh, yeah. But I think we budget $2,200, I think. Yeah.
Where's
They
that
do the
20?
bulk.
No,
budget,
that's
but I don't
ARA
think they
site,
use it.
that's different. That's
Is that
different
ARA
fund.
site? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Now, it has not been given, it has not been transferred yet this year. But Fair Board
Yeah,
stands
well, they
alone.
didn't.
Okay,
They didn't have a fair.
I'll stand corrected then. Thank you.
But they, nonetheless, they did work, they did collect money, and they are planning for next year. So they have
Right.
not been sitting idly by.
Yes, I agree. Okay. So moved and supported. Any other discussion? All right, hearing none, although roll call.
Brady,
Yes.
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Drummond,
Yes,
All right.
Gothier,
Yes.
All right. That is the end of our normal agenda. Let's move on. So PA 152 opt-out. We have that? Yep.
I have the number.
Okay.
And then I can just finish them and it's about halfway down.
I'll make a motion to accept the resolution and have the chair sign it when written.
You make a motion to submit a resolution is what you're saying.
Yes.
I did send it to everybody.
And it's resolution number 2020-17.
Yeah, you can put that in
Okay, there it is.
2020-17.
So, yeah, 2020-17. So, is there support?
I'll support.
Supported by Dan. So we're required by law, as with our healthcare plans, we have opted out for the past 2-3 years, I think it is, and by law we have to opt out. So this is a resolution to do just that. It allows us to be out of the PA 152 and craft our own costs and our own healthcare. So all those, we got a motion, we got a support. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none. Roll call, please.
Gothier,
Yes.
Drummond,
yes,
Johnston,
Yes.
Knut,
Yes.
Brady.
Yes.
All right, next item, court-appointed attorneys contracts. Jennifer, are you on? Well, we'll get started here.
I'm on. I'm here.
Okay. So would the board like a motion to bring these in first before we discuss it, or do you want her to give some more background?
Bring the motion.
All right, you gonna make a motion, Gary?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to bring the contract.
All right, is a motion to approve these contracts, is there support?
support.
Moved and supported. Let's have discussion. So Jennifer, let's give us a little more background on what we got here.
So just to help alleviate some confusion, we have the MIDC contract for the criminal indigent cases that the county has an agreement with that through MIDC. And this is separate from that. These are for the cases. This is for representation of indigent individuals who face allegations of abuse and or neglected child and child protective proceedings. They relate to the adults or children when appointment of counsel or guardian ad litem is statutorily or constitutionally mandated by court rule. And it's also for front of the court show cause civil contempt hearings for those people who cannot retain private counsel. So we right now pay $357 a month, which is to 3 attorneys, which amounts to $42.84 a year. And we expect a lot of these attorneys, and in some counties, they actually have 4, and we have 3 doing the work of 4 for many of these cases. Most of the times when these cases are brought forth, sometimes they have to have all of the attorneys there, even just on one specific case. So we are asking that we change that number from $4,284 for the year to $4,800 per attorney a year, which comes out to $14,400, which still was in the parameters of this year's budget and or what we've requested for next year. The difference in what there is some balance that we in this year, I given, like I've indicated to Adam in the request that he has as far as amounts that we're going to be spending. There's probably several thousand that we have not spent in this line item this year because we haven't had actual conflicts. But if there are conflicts, we do have a little bit of a padding left over for that. But this amount would still fall comfortably within the restraints that we would need to maintain what we need for this particular line item. Line item I'm referring to is 101-130-801.4 801.023. No. 801-000. I'm sorry.
Okay. Language in the contract didn't change any way, shape, or form?
Other than the year and the amount, nothing else changed.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions?
Jennifer, could you run over just very, very briefly the monthly and the annual increase per attorney, please?
Carolyn, I'm so sorry. I'm not having very good volume right now. Can you please repeat your question?
Certainly. Can you provide again, I know you did, the increase in the attorney for both the month and the annualized?
Yes. So each month right now they're paid $357. We're asking that they are paid $400 each month. That change goes from $4,284 annually to $4,800 annually, for a total of all three attorneys of $14,400.
What is how is the caseload compared to 2 or 3 years ago?
And I don't have that answer right now, but I can certainly make it available to you.
Just throw the dart.
I believe that the caseload has not changed significantly. I think it's been pretty consistent.
Okay, that's good enough. Thank you. And when
So
was
that's,
the last?
you said, Jennifer, you said 101-130-801?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you got 20 grand in there for
Yes.
2021.
And we had 19 this year.
Yep. Okay. Any other discussion? Does the board want our attorney to review these if they have not changed them? I mean, we could have him
Attorneys
review
are all
and-
satisfied and have agreed to continue on our contract with us for this year.
Yep. I was talking about Tom. You might want to
I'm
take
sorry?
one. I was talking about having Tom review it, make sure.
Oh, gotcha. It is language that Tom has reviewed historically in the
Okay.
past.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
If
If it hasn't changed, if the board is comfortable, then I'm
it has not
comfortable.
changed.
All right, we'll vote. Roll call, please.
Drummond,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Benoit,
No.
Johnston,
Yes.
Gothier.
Yes.
Thank you very
Motion
much.
passes. I'll sign these. These ones you want signed, Jennifer?
Yes, please.
Okay,
If you
I'll
see,
get
I
them.
believe it is the very, very last page. It's asking for your
Yep.
signature. At the
Yep, I
top.
see it. I got it. Thank
There's
you.
3 separate contracts for each attorney.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. Okay. Next item, work share program. Personnel has a motion.
You all received a copy of this. Jennifer and I have had continued discussions on this. This primarily would be something that would probably fall in the courts. It is the same work share. Well, let me rephrase that. It would be a new, updated, new year work share program. If it is available, we would like to, the motion would read move to approve the County Board of Commissioners authorize the county clerk to take necessary steps to re-enroll in the work share program on the basis as was in place on December 1st, 2020, with a termination date of June 30th, 2021. I would so move.
For support?
I'll support it. I'll second it.
Thank you.
Supported by Gary, seconded by Gary, whatever. All right. Any discussion? So I think the key part there, Carolyn, as you said, if it's available,
Right.
even if it's not, I mean, it has been available for 6 years. Right now it's available at no cost to the county. So going forward, we'll have to consider that there could be unemployment costs to the work share program next year, depending on what the feds do.
Then it
Just so
wouldn't be
everybody
the same
knows
as-
that.
It wouldn't be the same as December 1st, 2020, would it?
Yeah, that's it. So that's what your little caveat is there, is that if when you say the same, not the same program we've submitted to, or not the same people we put in, you're talking about if the program is the same.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Okay. I guess I misunderstood that. So
The
if
people
there is a cost,
very possible the people may be the same also, but
yeah, that's what I thought you meant, that the people would be the same.
the same.
We're not sure.
So you,
Program.
yeah, so, okay.
Just basically getting it in place in case we do need it. Right?
Correct.
That's basically.
Correct.
But if they come out with costs and you guys are going to have to revisit it, it won't be in
We will
place.
revisit. Absolutely.
Got
Right,
it. Okay, so this is
all this is doing is just getting the paperwork together, getting it in so we can enroll in it if we want to.
Yep, got it. Okay. Any other discussion? Questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Gothier,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Benoit,
No.
Brumman,
Yes.
Brady.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion passes. Next item, department evaluations.
Just briefly, I hope to have for each of you, as you know, we've done, we did the 4 department heads evaluation in the late winter, early midwinter, whatever, February. And we did mid-year ones, and then we did end of the year ones. We met with them in the last 2 days. We will have the summary of that year end to you. I got them. I'm waiting for one of them to be returned. We send them to the employee department head first before we distribute. I think it was a good, I think it helped people to focus. I think it helped us to in the beginning of the year, I think it helped us to determine what do we really want to make sure we try and get accomplished. Now, as you can well imagine, COVID knocked a lot of the goals, a lot of the things just to the side, but as it has for everybody, for almost everything. But we will, I believe it was a worthwhile, successful thing to do. Gary, I welcome your comments. I think it's a fair statement, and Gary, correct me if you feel I'm wrong, but I think it was a beneficial thing for those 4 individuals and for us. You grow by looking and examining yourself, setting goals, and recognizing you don't always make the goals. Things happen. But if you have goals, it helps you to do a better job of focusing. Gary, do you have any comments?
No, other than the guys were, they all done exceedingly well considering all the challenge we've had this year. And yeah, I think it is beneficial because, at least when people ask, do we hold our people accountable? Yeah, we do. And we expect that they, set goals for themselves and things to accomplish to keep this accountable to the public. So on that note, I would agree with Carolyn. It was a good thing.
All right, continue it.
We will have those to you before the end of the week, very possibly by the end of the day today.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All righty, next item. First meeting for January. So what do you?
I'd like to make a motion that we have our first meeting in January, organizational meeting on January the 4th, which is a Monday. At
10?
Huh?
Get 10.
10 o'clock.
Change.
Sure.
All right.
Can I request 2 p.m.?
I'm okay
No.
with that.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Been amended to 2 p.m. Are you gonna have a hard New Year's Eve or something, Adam? You won't be able to get up until 2 or what?
Well, considering New Year's Eve is Friday, that's a 3-day hangover. I hope not.
All right, it's a motion to have the first meeting in 2021 at 2 p.m. on January 4th. So moved and supported. Any other discussion?
Is that in lieu of the 6th?
What's that?
Who supported it?
I made a motion. Who supported it?
I think Carolyn did. Didn't you support it, Carolyn?
I believe so, yes.
Yep.
Or anybody. I'd
Yeah,
like to
because
see
we can't pay
motions
bills or
supported
nothing
by somebody.
until we have this meeting.
No, but I guess the thing I'm asking is that in lieu of the 6th, or is that
No, it's additional.
additional to the 6th?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is an additional meeting.
This additional meeting,
So,
This is just the organizational.
just the organizational.
okay, got it.
Well, I just wanted to make sure you weren't swapping Wednesday
Yeah,
for Monday.
Yeah, I got you. No.
All right.
Well, our meetings may
other-
not be on Wednesdays next year.
All right. I believe that when I see it, but
Yeah.
okay.
They didn't used to be.
Yeah. Any other discussion?
In
Roll call,
conjunction with
please.
that, if I may, Craig, in conjunction
Yes.
with that, each of you received, and through email and on your desks, a copy of all of the committees and boards, et cetera, that we are assigned to. It just seems to me that this is maybe an appropriate time for us to look that over. We don't know who the new chairman's going to be, but whoever it is, I think that this might be helpful to them in making those assignments. If they know that John Smith, which is on some committee, wants to continue or doesn't, or maybe the committee's open, doesn't have anybody now for 2021, they might suggest someone. I just think this could be a helpful tool for the new chairman. And I would also certainly invite and ask our 2 new board members, I've sent it to them, but also Craig and Gary, I'd like to have you fill in your thoughts on who would be appropriate and good. I mean, you know, I think we need to provide with whoever the new chairman is, appropriate tools to help them. Adam, Dan, or Terry and Bill. I just think this would be helpful. If you don't think so, tear it up, hit delete. But
So we'll take it as your effort to help out the future chair, and you got 2 weeks to look it over.
Right.
And make your decisions. All right. Okay. Where are we at here?
Vote on the motion.
Didn't we do that?
No.
All right. Roll call, please.
Brumman,
yes,
Brady,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Benut,
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes. Motion carries. NEMCOG grant.
Yeah, we received a letter from Denise Klein from NEMCOG, and it's a request from Diane Rakowski, the chair over at NEMCOG, to for us. They're submitting the final documents for the Oconee County Broadband Plan and Rollout Strategy Grant through the Economic Development Administration, and they're asking that it requires 1 letter of support, and they're asking if that we could get a letter of support from our Board of Commissioners and also from our EDC committee. And I know Doug Cheek, the chairman of our EDC committee, has already emailed back to Diane and said that he would be submitting a letter over there. But I'd like to make a motion that we ask our chair to sign this letter. They've already sent us a letter that's appropriate. Just needs to be signed by our chairman of the Board of Commissioners.
I'll second Dan's motion.
and I think we
All right,
need to
and-
make sure that it's put on county letterhead,
Yeah, it needs to be put on letterhead, but
dressed up.
So give that to Steph. She'll put it on the right thing, and you put that on county letterhead.
got it? Okay.
Do you have it digital?
Uh,
Easier for her.
yeah, it came on an email.
Yeah, send it to her.
Should be able to, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. I think if not, I'll forward it to you.
No, I got it.
All right.
I already did forward it to you. Okay, so there's a motion.
Any other discussion? Roll call?
Johnston,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Knott,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, thank you for that. For those who don't know, it's potentially about a $70,000 grant that NEMCOG's going after for us for a very thorough survey of the county, and something that will be used in the future to work with broadband providers, give them the information they need in order to make appropriate bids and make appropriate constructions. So be great if we get it, or if they get it for us. All right. Next item I have, adopt the budget, general fund and non-general. You can do general first. So we've had our public hearing. General fund, take a motion for that to adopt our general fund 2021.
I guess I'll make
Motion by Berge.
Motion by Brady, support by
I'll support.
by Dan. Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Knott,
Yes.
Drummond,
No.
Johnston,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Brady. Did I say Brady?
Yes.
All right, passes. Next item, adopt the 2021 non-general fund budgets. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Dan, supported by
Second.
Angus.
by Brady.
Yep.
Any discussion? Hearing
I
none. roll
realize
call.
that. I realize that there are two of them that are three. It's not by a large amount, and it's not largely negative. That are not perfectly balanced 1-to-1 at the bottom line, but I don't think it's a huge showstopper to go ahead and address that in January, and that's what I got to say about that.
All right, roll call, please.
Drummond,
No.
Johnston,
Yes.
Knott,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
All right, next item, EMS First Responder Pay. So this little background on this, remember we approved that submission of the one person who was left off the original list. This person, they didn't get it. I guess we have to approve it again.
Well, in our October minutes, when Scott addressed us, motion by Breggy, second by Gothier to accept the hazard pay addendum as presented and allow the chair to sign pending approval from the state. It was approved. The money has been received on November 30th for our treasurer. So they have the money. I guess, do we need to approve it again? That money gets paid out? I don't.
Scott, are you there? Scott Rice?
I am here.
So tell us again what you want here, or what do you need?
I need
Sounds like it's been approved.
Right. I need approval to pay the one employee in question that I submitted on the addendum in early October. And the money we have
I need approval.
is sent by the state. I just need approval so that the clerk's office can pay the employee in question.
What is the issue with you?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with it.
So the minutes says that we did that. I mean, the clerk is looking at me saying, okay, what, Carolyn?
What is the issue with the motion that was made in October?
I don't know.
I got a feeling that Kim probably just didn't know that was approved back in October.
already made it part of a motion.
Yeah, now that we've already found the motion, I think this is probably a moot point. We just got to let them know upstairs. Stephanie agrees with that.
All right.
Okay.
So let's just do that, and we'll, instead of muddying up with another motion.
Right, I agree.
Is that okay with you, Scott?
That is fine. I just want to get the employee paid.
Okay, yep, we have the clerks here, so she says she's gonna take care of it.
Thank you.
All righty, thank you.
I'll just give her those minutes so she's got it. There you go. There's the copy.
Okay. think it's on the list here. Where we at? Our official meeting. Oh, CRLGG. So,
There you
okay, yeah, the Cheryl, I had sent you the email this morning, so then I did read your email, although my battery just went dead on a computer. So you're not talking about whether or not the grant is, the money's being spent where it should be. You just want somebody to tell you to send the money to the general fund?
I don't have the authorization just because you say send it to the general fund. I need documentation because if you're making a fund transfer or fund to fund, there has to be a motion by the board to move those funds. Just like if we're sending money, if you're giving more money to someone else, you have to approve it at a board level. That's not anything new. It's just something that didn't get completed. So once the fund transfer, and I have that, you have that email. Did you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so everybody else does have that in their inbox. I did send that this morning. It was obviously not very timely because I just received that this morning.
All right, so we can just have a motion to direct finance
just cut
to
me
submit
off
the
and I'll just
appropriate.
listen. All right.
What'd she say?
I don't know. She was talking.
Motion to direct finance.
She was talking and you cut her off.
Oh, I can't. Did you say? I couldn't hear you, Cheryl.
Oh, good. Go ahead, carry on.
All right, so we need a motion to direct finance to submit the appropriate paperwork to ask for the
Right.
transfer.
Cheryl had sent us an email to Adam and I with from Scott Stevenson with the breakdown of all the payroll, making sure that we agreed with all that. Adam and I have reviewed it. We agree with that. So from finance, I'd like to make a motion that we ask our treasurer to do the necessary
Transfer money.
Transfer.
Well, it isn't just that. You have to fill out the piece of paper that says a fund transfer, right? So you got to, that's what you're going to do. We're going to.
Well, I thought Cheryl said in her email that she'd be more happy to do it. She needs the direction from us, but whatever Cheryl needs, we will handle it. Is that what you want, or what do you want?
So I want a motion that says that finance is going to submit the form that's appropriate to transfer the money from 284 to 101. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And at the amount of 92,000, whatever it is.
Yeah, I got the number.
Okay. All righty. Is that your motion?
Yeah, that's my motion.
You got it, Steph?
Got it.
Is there support?
Second.
All right. Moved and supported. Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, we'll vote. Roll call, please.
Banut,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Brady,
Yes.
Gothier,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes.
Motion passes. All right, thank you. All right, that's the last I have on that agenda. That was pretty good. Hour and 10 minutes. Not too bad. Did I miss anything? I make sure I didn't miss.
Are we moving?
Well, you still got all the reports.
The finance report?
Yeah, we're on the finance report.
Okay, thank you.
That was all new business. Okay, very good.
what about John's? I got new phone system wrote down.
No, John said
He said he's not ready.
Oh,
All right, finance report.
I think Carolyn, you have a couple things first. Go ahead.
I do, thank you, Dan. You all received a copy of this. I would move to amend Fund 245 in the amount of $2,500 for an increased fund budget in the amount of $23,550.
Was an email.
Oh,
And I apologize, I sent it to Dan and Adam. I did not send it, and Cheryl and Stephanie.
all right, and that was what to what? What fund to what fund?
No, it was in one fund. We received more money than anticipated, so I want to just acknowledge that.
Oh, Harbortown Marketplace.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Harbortown. Yeah.
Got it.
And I will submit the appropriate paperwork upon board approval.
And I would, and I know I didn't hear the number, but when we, especially on these electronics, if we got any of the public in here listening, we all know the numbers, but they usually don't. So try to use the names like next year when people are watching, whenever we do use the Harbortown, because most people have no idea what you're talking about. All right.
I'll try to include it in the minutes. It's part of the motion.
Yeah.
It's not stated at the meeting.
Yep. So that's a motion.
It was.
Okay, is there support?
I'll support it.
Supported by Dan. Any other discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Gothier,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes,
Brady,
Yes.
Benoit,
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes. Anything else from
Thank you.
finance?
She's got another one. You have another one, don't you, Carolyn?
I don't believe so.
I thought you were moving. Yeah, I thought you were blah, 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 blah. The MIDC.
No, that's just a movement of money.
Oh, that's just movement within the fund. Okay.
Yeah, it's already approved by the board. It just has to happen.
Oh, I got a motion. Shoot, I forgot something.
All right, anything else from finance?
Oh, yeah, I do. Adam, you got something?
I'm looking at. No, go ahead.
What do you say?
I would, are you,
All right, got it, Dan. All right.
I would suggest on for finance, we may want to make the traditional last meeting of the year motion so that they, in concert with either the clerk
You
or
got
the
there?
treasurer, they
Yep.
can move as necessary.
Yeah.
Dan's got that.
Yeah, I just had to go get it off my
I'm sorry.
desk.
I didn't know that's what you came in for. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, from finance, we'd like to make a motion to approve the finance committee along with the clerk and treasurer to make the necessary activity adjustments to the 2020 budget prior to January 1, 2021.
I'll second that
I will
motion.
support that with one caveat, that it reads, make adjustments for activities and funds.
Activities and what?
Funds.
Oh, activity and funds. Okay.
Yes.
I'll
That's
second.
added, I will support that.
It's added.
You got that stuff?
Thank you.
Okay, Dan made the motion. Who was the actual second?
I was,
Gary.
And then we adjusted it to say necessary activity and funds.
and I seconded that adjustment.
All right, any discussion? Pretty normal fare. We've always done this, so.
Right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Roll call?
Brady,
Yes.
Brumman,
Yes,
Johnston,
Yes.
Benoit,
Yes.
Gothier.
Yes.
All right, anything else from finance? All right, none. Personnel report?
actually, we covered it up above.
Yeah, I
The
was
goal
gonna say that.
review and the work plan. So, sorry, I didn't save it for.
Yeah, that was what's supposed to be down here. All right, treasurer's report.
Go ahead and scold me on it.
Yep. You've been scolded.
Okay. Duly acknowledged.
Treasurer's report?
As you all know, the December tax bills went out. We successfully transmitted all the information to the townships, so they're able to collect. There was a few snafus in a few of the townships as far as information being updated. Not a big deal. That's been resolved. So tax bills have gone out. There has been some movement with the instruction or the, I don't know how I want to say it, with revamping the tax law in regards to our lawsuit that is in the Senate, right? I believe it was approved by the Senate. It's moving on. So we're awaiting to hear what happens with that. I know we had received a large bill from the attorneys that needs to be addressed still. I did not see that was paid out. Other than that, we've just been trying to adjust to the closure, and people are, working with us to get, things handled appropriately. Other than that, working from home is kind of a challenge with the printing and transfer of information, but other than that, we're making it work. Does anyone have any questions?
No.
Not hearing any. Alrighty, thank you.
Just Cheryl, you mentioned about that $14,000 bill that came from the attorneys. I've talked to Tom. I talked to Tom again this morning. He's had some conversations with those appellate attorneys, and he's going to have some more this week with them. Just, finding out where this is going and what their plan is. He has verified that they are charging other counties the same way. We just all have to remember that there's a lot of counties that are getting covered by their liability insurance or their insurance coverage, so they're not really worried about them like we are. But Tom is trying to follow up with those attorneys and see where they're going with it. But that bill's on my desk, but we definitely have to get that covered.
Yeah, well, the only reason I asked is because we do have, we were denied by our prior insurance company. I don't know if it's been brought to our new insurance company. This is I don't know where it would be considered or if it was even presented to the new insurance company, if it's been on behalf of the board.
Has it been?
I believe it has.
I don't know. It has been. I know Tom today in the conversation also said that he was in this conversation with the attorneys going to find out if they have any plans on suing Tokyo Marine for their bills that they have charged us. So, where this is all going to go, I don't know. But
Cheryl, I believe that came up with Tim McCrory when we were talking with him on that. I was in a meeting, and I think it was like a pre-existing condition type
he
thing.
would have covered it if we would have been with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And ultimately, the underwriter is the same underwriter as we had before.
Yeah.
So that doesn't help us.
Yeah, I think that was the gist of it.
Yeah.
All right. Clerks report.
I just had a couple of communications. I don't know if you guys were able to review the Alpena Agency workers' compensation quote.
Yeah.
Even with their quote and the savings from this year from being a current member, and the savings that we had was like $32,000. So they weren't able to compete with our current workers' compensation company.
It doesn't make sense.
There was a communication from Alpena for a draft, if there was any commissioner comment. I don't know what the posting time is or the comment period is when it ends, but that was included. And the only other thing I want to just be sure that I understand that we will have a finance meeting, and at that time, the next public hearing for the budgets will be published once we confirm that date and time at the finance meeting. Is that correct?
No, we've just had the public hearing today.
We've already had the public hearing. We're not going to have another one.
Just okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're just gonna fix whatever.
Yeah.
Touched up.
Anything else? Is that it? All right, communications, you got all that in there. Committee reports. Gary?
Yeah, Mitchell Township met Monday night. It was strictly telephone. They're hoping to get back regular next year to do the budget. Their next meeting is in February. They skipped January, so that's that one. I was at Community Mental Health. I actually had 2 meetings there. One was nominating committee. We're nominating Sue Aller for the Go to Bat Award, which is somebody that has advocated for community mental health. There is an issue there's one community mental health. The state of Michigan has required that community mental health agencies give money to the state, and they give it back as Medicare money or Medicaid money. And anyways, they found out the practice was illegal, if nothing else. And so they've been dropping it on a 20% basis over 5 years till this never happens again. Well, this year they decided, since they're having budget shortfalls in Lansing, it's been determined that they wanted all the money, and they're looking for the the one agency, I know Chip's over it, they're not paying this money, so they're gonna take it out of their general fund. And they're looking for other CMHs to stand with it. Again, this is why I really would like somebody from the Board of Commissioners to sit on community mental health, because it seems like they've been under attack for people wanting the monies that they get to take them into the private sector rather than allowing community support, you know, or community control. So I think it's real important that we find out what the needs are of community mental health, because they've got a $30 million a year budget. And I think it's really important, and we deal. I mean, our sheriff's department works with them, and it's just an important thing.
Anything else?
Nope.
Dan, do you have anything?
Nope.
Adam? Committee report?
No.
Carolyn?
Just a few things. Been working extensively, I would say, on the CDBG grant. It's not looking real favorable for the county itself. The one that's probably going to come up the best on it is our food banks. That's not a bad thing. So, and I think it's also interesting. I thought that. Pardon?
What I didn't. Was it food bank? You said.
Yes, particularly our
Okay.
ACCOA.
Okay.
And also the United Methodist Food Bank. I think it's particularly interesting. I thought that Oscoda County had gone into working on the CDBG grant, but they did not. The only county in our region besides us that's trying to do anything is Alpena, and then Crawford to the west. But we will continue to pursue that. I don't know if, I think we're okay on it. Also 211, we're really heavy into all the calls with the vaccines and that type of thing. Call volume has gone up. I've been also working with this building entry to make sure we have new forms every day, and that staff, if they have an appointment, if someone has an appointment with a particular department, they come to the door, meet the individual, do the screening, sign them in, escort them to the office, and then escort them back out. I think it's probably working about as well as we can have it work without a grandiose approach to it. And the other thing, we've had some working regarding our union contracts, but I have nothing to bring forward at this time, regrettably. So that's about all.
All right. I had 2 items. Road Commission, we met there. So I think we were talking with Jess and the DPW board going forward. I think we're okay on their acknowledgement that they are the Drain Commission board and that they will continue as the Drain Commission board. And that's not going to change in the near future. So I think we're good on that. Tom Weichel did provide with a letter, and I submitted it to them, and I talked with them a little bit. So I think they're still grumbling about it, but it is what it is. We're allowed by state statute to do that. So,
and I think if I may, our appreciation to our prosecuting attorney for developing that letter when we became aware of what was going on.
Yep. Secondly, so City of Harrisville, I've been working with them for the past couple months. Kind of a neat opportunity. The board next year will have to okay this. So they've entered into an agreement with an electric car charging company. We're going to have, there'll be 2 of them located down at the Harrisville Harbor. And the potential, depending on how it goes, they were looking at having one up here at the west end of the building over toward the town or their building. But that one's secondary. Right now they're looking at putting 2 in here at the harbor, all paid for. There'll be some residuals for the city to recoup some of the costs, but kind of interesting. They're already in Hale, Oscoda, Alpena, a couple other places. So Interesting. That was it. I have nothing else on that. All right. Public comment. Hearing none. Commissioners' comments and concerns? Okay.
Oh, you're kidding. I'm not going to give up this opportunity. This is the last one. Yeah, considering what's been going on this year, the significance of opening pot shops and bars and casinos, the closing of churches and the talking of closing of churches. You look at the old covenants when, you know, we accepted God as a covenant in this country, and we've gone against his laws, and we wonder why we have the diseases we have running about. As a matter of fact, they talk about sevenfold over this last decade. We've had H1N1, SARS, MERS, Ebola, you name it, we've had it. Masks aren't going to clear this thing up. I mean, PBS, that conservative television station, did something on the Spanish flu, said something about masks were about as effective as chicken wires to dust. You're a farmer, Craig. What's chicken wire like with the dust storm?
Not much. Wouldn't hold back anything.
Having said all that, it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the years to come. And at that point, again, it was a privilege serving on his board. I thank all those that put me in. I thank those that voted for me this last time around. And I hope everything works out with the new board.
All right, thanks. Anybody else? Dan?
I would share Gary's comment. Thanks both to Craig and to Gary for your service to the county.
Yep. Hi, can you hear me? I'll do public comment.
All right, go ahead.
Since this is the last little hoorah for you two, I really appreciate everything that you've done for the Republican Party and for just all of us to get some resolutions passed and to listen to us and do some really good things. I really appreciate all the hard work that you put in. I wish you could be doing more, but unfortunately that's the way the ball bounces. So you know, we got to hang in there and see how this thing plays out. Hopefully President Trump's not out of it yet. We're keeping our fingers crossed, because Dominion voting systems, holy moly, the fraud there. The smoking gun is the report that came out for the forensic analysis of the 2021 Dominion voting machines in Antrim County. The results there showed that it was not human error. It was the algorithm that's used. It's a feature for the Dominion software. So there's still hope that Trump will be the Republican president. So we pray for that, and you guys have a good time, and I'm sure we'll be in touch. Okay, so we'll be seeing you around. Bye, guys.
All right.
Thanks.
Adam, did you have anything?
I'm good.
All right. I don't have a whole lot. I just thank the board, thank those that I've served with over the last 6 years. I think I put a thing out on Facebook a little while ago, and I still mean it. It's been a privilege to spend 6 years with the people of this building and this boards. We've done a lot of very good things. I look forward to seeing that happen and continue. For those who hope I go away, that's too bad. It ain't happening. I'll still be around. You know who you are. I will be, I'd hope to, I think I'll still be involved with EDC and others. So, and 2 years is a short time. You never know what could happen. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate your efforts. I appreciate the hard work we've put in. I believe I was able to serve on 2 different boards. And I think unequivocally that this board that we've had for the last 3 years has been one of the most productive boards. And Carolyn, in some of our discussions we've talked, I think we've faced some of the most difficult situations in a long time here on this board and what the counties have to deal with both financially and with other things. So thank you for all your efforts, all your time, and for the wisdom. I in no way, shape, or form think that I know everything, and I think I've learned a lot in the last 6 years from all of you, and I appreciate that. So with that, I think we can adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you, bud.
All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Yeah.
All right, we're done.
Don't need a roll call.
No. All right.